No, ends up being involuntary manslaughter because his defense lawyer argued in court that he said, "Stand back, I'm going to tase him," and then he grabbed his gun by accident and accidentally shot him dead. So, okay, well, good enough. Involuntary manslaughter, 2 years minus time served. Of course, not only is that a defense that wouldn't stand up for anyone else in court, but also, I don't know about you, but I didn't quite hear the "stand back, I'm going to tase him" in that video. But anyway, that's just one example of an incident of how, if this was not caught on tape by people standing there at the station, can you imagine what would have happened? Absolutely nothing. 2 years minus time served? No, it would have been 0. It would have been not even a reprimand. Just, he was resisting, had to get him. So this is why I think fundamentally people like James Comey and others are afraid of the power of the camera, of armed citizenry. And it's interesting that armed citizenry in the case of wielding a camera, as I should point out. But it's interesting, this video, for example, that I'm getting this BART shooting footage from, police brutality, recording the police is dangerous but necessary. What an apt phrase. It is dangerous but necessary. It shouldn't be dangerous, of course, because photography is not a crime. And if you go to photographyisnotacrime.com, you will find daily updates of people being arrested for trying to film police officers, even when it is perfectly legal to do so. But, of course, the police officer tends to have the upper hand in these situations, so they can make up the rules on the fly, and if they can get away with destroying the camera and destroying the evidence, they certainly will, and they certainly have tried many, many, many times to do exactly that. Just a couple of the headlines from today. New Hampshire man beats wiretapping charges after recording cops who raided his home. That's right, the cops wanted to argue that it was illegal for him to record them in his own home. Or national media misleads readers by validating Halloween revolt by alleged anarchist group. Oh, you've got to watch out for those anarchists, man. They're everywhere and they want to kill. Again, the propaganda is in your face, and it's sites like Photography is Not a Crime that remind people that photography is not a crime, and try to let people know about what their rights really are in various situations. For people who are interested more on that, I did an eye-opener report for BoilingFrogsPost.com back in January of 2012 about resisting the police state solutions and answers, in which I interviewed Carlos Miller of photographyisnotacrime.com, so I'll put this in the show notes so that you can go and check out this video. And also, people might also remember back in episode 272 of my podcast Solutions, Surveillance, talking about the camera is mightier than the sword, talking about exactly this phenomenon. People going out and taping the police, just capturing their incidents on camera. And the idea of surveillance, not surveillance, not top-down viewing of everything, but surveillance, i.e. the cameras in our hands. And that is a threat to the system, and that's what the real underlying context of these ominous words by James Comey are. And that's exactly why, of course, there's the patents for the type of technology that will shut down smartphone cameras within a given radius. All it will require is a certain jamming technology, and it'll be done. And that's exactly what the police are going to start rolling out in the near future, and they're just prepping you for this. The PSYOP is underway, and they're trying to convince you that you holding a camera is just, oh my god, it's the end of the world. Well, it is the end of the world for the old status quo of police being able to lie and get away with anything, and that's exactly why they are fighting so strenuously against it. So I hope you will check out the show notes. Again, all of this will be linked up so you can go and explore it at your own leisure. Once again, James Corbett, CorbettReport.com.